you know, it's funny because I've had guys on seriously heavy cycles, and they come off, they get blood work done, and before they even come off, they get blood work done, and all their markers are fine. That doesn't mean that they don't need to give their body a break. It just means that their health markers are good. Their liver and kidneys and blood, everything is functioning well, whether they're on gear or not. That their bodies are just able to handle it. That doesn't mean that their bodies are not strained. You really don't want to get to the point where your health markers are crap, because that's not good. That means your body has been under strain for a long time. So I don't necessarily, have to see, granted, I don't want to see people's creatinine, which is kidney function, high. Okay, I don't recommend, going back on a heavy cycle if your creatinine is 1.5. That's ridiculous. You got to get that down to normal. Now, liver enzymes, unfortunately, don't go down a lot of times, because when people go off cycle, they're still training, and training raises those numbers, and that's just from leakage from the muscle cells of enzyme levels, because the enzymes found inside the muscle cells, the metabolic enzymes, are the same enzymes found inside the liver cells. It's hard to distinguish them, so sometimes you'll have high liver enzymes, but they're really not high liver enzymes, they're really high muscle enzymes, and it's just from breaking down a lot of muscle tissue, which is nothing wrong with that. Likewise, red blood cells will be high, but those are not going to go back down unless you donate blood or you wait 120 days after your last shot, because the red blood cell has a lifespan of 120 days. So I'm not really worried about that. LH, FSH, which is your pituitary hormones that stimulate the testicles to produce testosterone, those are never coming back in 6 or 8 weeks that you go off a cycle. And it doesn't matter, because you're going back on a cycle. So I don't have to wait until those go back to normal. Okay, because why do I have to worry about your body turning its natural production on if I'm going to put you back on a cycle, or you're going to go back on a cycle anyway and shut it back down again? So what you're doing is you're going off cycle to clean out, to give the organs of digestion and the detoxification organs like the liver and the kidneys a chance to rest a little bit. You're going off to resensitize androgen receptors, which are found in the nucleus of all your cells, rather than them being constantly bombarded and overstimulated with high dosages of steroids. Now they're going to be understimulated, because you're probably going to not be producing even enough normal testosterone. So what's going to happen is those receptors are going to say, where's all the testosterone? No, it's not here. Well, let's produce more receptors. So you're going to increase your receptor density, which is good. And all this takes place over about, anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks. And if you clean out during that period, your organs should feel better. Your receptors should regenerate. A lot of guys will do my 3-week, detox cleanse program that I give out, which involves some liver detoxification and kidney detoxification, and the way the foods and stuff you eat allow your digestive system to recover. And that will speed up the process a lot of times too of detoxification. So, especially if guys only want to go off for 6 weeks because they got something coming up, they might do the 3-week, cleanse and detox. And then and if you guys email me, I'll send it to you for free, huge285@aol.com. And then what happens is then they'll go back on. So that's really what the goal is. The goal is restore receptor density, give the organs digestion a chance to recover.